Forget about the tears on the level. See me eye to eye. Stand up like a man, even from the other side.
Hey everybody! Welcome to another Mograph podcast. I'm your host, Matt Milson. Joining me this week, the man, the myth, the legend himself, our dear friend, Mr. Dave Koss. How are you, sir?
What's up?
What's up?
Good. How you doing?
I'm good.
How you doing?
How you doing? All right. And I want to give a big shout out to our sponsor, Otoy, our universal sponsor. That you know them, you love them. They're the makers of Octane Render and the Render Network. With Octane, you can create super photorealistic renders incredibly fast. And for those renders that need a little extra push of power, the Render Network has you covered. They can render your Octane Redshift and Blender cycles frames in a fraction of the time and a fraction of the cost of other cloud rendering services. And RenderCon is coming up here in 1 month exactly. So stay tuned. If you're not subscribed to the newsletter, make sure and do that, because we will have a special code for all those people who are wanting to go to RenderCon and get a discounted ticket. So yeah, make sure and either pay attention to the podcast or ding that bell icon and subscribe to YouTube so that you get alerts whenever we go live. Or sign up for a newsletter. You can do that at mograph.com. Ding the bell. There we go.
Yes,
All
I
right.
did.
Yeah.
You found your bell.
Ding the bell. Oh, boy.
Yeah.
I need to
What?
move some of this stuff up.
Oh, there you
What
go.
is this? Cool. What? Where is that
What
coming
is this
from?
cool? I don't know.
That says
From a guy named from YouTube, right?
Yeah, but it's not in the actual chat. That's what?
Oh.
Oh, it's probably the vertical chat. I didn't
Oh,
even
the
think about
vertical
that.
chat.
Yeah,
Yeah,
what's
yeah,
up,
yeah.
vertical chat?
What's
It's
up,
cool.
vertical?
Things are happening. I need to see
Getting
the vertical.
Yeah.
What's up,
Yeah,
Winbush?
RenderCon.
Yeah.
RenderCon, man. I'm very excited. Julie and I are going out there to see that. I missed it last year, so
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know.
RenderCon is going to be a lot of fun. I am hosting another panel this year, along with Barton Damer and a couple other people. It's going to be a lot of fun. Dude, did you see? They just announced who's the comic book artist that Jules loves? Dang it.
Oh, Alex.
Alex Ross is going to be a
Ross, yep.
speaker there. Dude,
Nice.
I need to bring my
The comics.
comic
Me
book.
too.
Yeah, I
me
need to
too.
bring the comic book that he did that has Jules on the front that I already had
man.
Jules sign, and that I need to have Alex
yeah.
sign it. That will be
Oh,
that will be
dude.
rad.
Remind me to grab mine. I'm gonna bring mine. They're all in a box in here.
Yeah.
I just found them the other day. I need to do something with them. Put them
Yeah,
Put them
yeah.
behind me on display or something. You know. I'm looking forward to that. You might hear an announcement about camp having to do with RenderCon here pretty soon too. You
Yeah.
know. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Super fun. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So if you're in the LA area, I want to say it's the 16th and 17th. It's Thursday and Friday of April.
16, 17.
Right. Of April. At in Hollywood. So where's the? Well, let me see. I don't know the. RenderCon.ai. No, RenderCon2026.com. Yeah, you can get tickets, or you can learn more. Or you can wait to hear from us, because maybe we'll have a discounted ticket. Yeah.
Nice.
We're here to talk to you, Dave. Exciting things.
Yeah.
Exciting things. New Camp
Yep,
Mograph
excuse me.
stuff. Camp Mograph, you just announced a whole bunch of stuff. Tickets are still on sale April 20th, correct?
Correct. The usual date.
The usual day.
And we've been slow announcing a person a day for the last 8 days,
Mhm.
and I'm tired of editing HTML and posting videos for
Yeah,
a little
right.
while.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So we just announced our final speaker this morning, which is Nick
Yeah.
Campbell,
That's awesome. That's super cool.
of
Let me go
Kit
into the
Bash.
let's go into the lineup. We can go into the lineup if you want. If you're ready for
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Let's go through it.
Yeah.
Speakers, Fireside Chats. We just announced Nick Campbell today, so that's fun. I love the title of his talk, which is Mograph is for Losers.
Yeah. Feels
So,
like that lately, but you know.
yeah, yeah. Um, playfully put, of
Sure, of
course.
course.
How
Yeah.
to build a successful creative life. Winbush is going to be doing a talk on 20 years in motion. By the way, I believe Saturday night will end up being Nick's talk, which is going to be the night of the harvest moon, which is part of our
Ooh.
space theme. So, last time we were there, it was actually um very, very dark. And we saw a lot
Yeah.
of cool like planets and stuff in the telescope, but it's super dark. You can
We
see all the
also
stars and
saw Starlink,
yeah.
which
And
was fun.
Starlink.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And then so basically this time it's like going to be super bright, assuming there's no
Mm.
clouds and things because that moon is going to be so bright. So,
Yeah.
yeah. So Winbush is doing one, Fireside Chat. And then we have also added Shauna Schultz, which we're very excited about. I did not know her. I had not met her anywhere before, but she is based out of Denver. Her and her
Mm-hmm.
husband have had a studio there for a very long time, Mass Effects, and um, we Julie and I were looking at her stuff and we're like, oh my gosh, like this is incredible. Like the things that she was talking about were just like a perfect fit,
Mm-hmm.
especially for what we wanted to do. In the past we started off with that very analog, hands-on creative thing, and then we moved into some like producey type stuff over the years. And then we wanted to go back and do like more of the hands-on stuff last year. And there was a lot going on with the transition and the changes going on with camp, and everything was last minute, last year and for us. And so there was a lot on the speaker and instructor side
Mm-hmm.
that we really didn't have as much time to finagle the way we wanted it. When you're putting these together, it's like puzzle pieces. How are
Yeah.
these workshops either going to fit together or kind of balance out between like that producey stuff and the hands-on stuff, so you don't get
Yeah.
too
It's a
much of
there's
one or
a
the
fine
other.
line between too much of one or the other. Yeah.
Yeah, and the other thing too is that we're trying to think down the road now for like in the future, if you go to a camp and then you go to another camp, how can one class from one year relate to another? Can we have a
Mm.
101 and a 102, or I'm sorry, a 101 and a 201
Yeah.
of a class, or something kind of along those lines.
Yeah.
And so, when you're putting the classes together, you got two great people who, would work really well, but then like one of them, they're not sure if they can make it, but you talk to them first, and then the other person can make it, but you got to wait on the other one, and then you
Yeah.
realize, oh, they're both doing painting. Well, we can't do two
Yeah.
painting classes,
Yeah.
things like that. So we are actually fairly far along on our peeps for next year as well,
Oh, that's
which
awesome.
is, yeah, we've got almost a full list for next year already, which is
Wow.
really great. And oh man, that's going to be awesome too. And I can't tell you. Of course, you
See,
probably already know
you
because
should
I told you,
announce
but
that in whenever you
oh, at
announce where
camp,
the next. Yeah. Oh, that would be
yeah,
fun. Yeah.
yeah. Well, that's really great because there's a lot of work, as soon as camp is done. I don't know if you want to go back to us on the
Yeah.
screen for a second until I get back to these,
Sure.
but when we're doing the setup now for each year, it's like, we've got to basically hope that we have enough money to put down on the next camp.
Yeah.
That's always the first step. Find the camp, which is always difficult. A lot of people
Yes.
wanted West Coast. Couldn't find one that fit the bill. We
West
might have
Coast is
talked about this,
West Coast is
last time I
really
was on.
hard because one,
So
it's
tough.
it's expensive, you know,
Yes.
and two, a lot of the camps are too small,
Yes.
so you've got to shove a whole bunch of people in like one place if you're gonna
Right.
have that size of camp, and it just doesn't keep with the same Camp Mograph vibe, Yeah.
Absolutely. Like we don't want to put, you don't want to have like 6 double bunk beds and you put 12 people in and everybody's got somebody on the top or
Yeah.
bottom bunk and all of that. We like to give everybody a top and bottom bunk
Yeah.
because we are adults and not kids, and
Yeah.
spread people out. And then, a lot of different things like, one, we really want them to have some privates available if we
Yeah.
can. Couple different reasons for that. Number one, it helps us break even on costs.
Yeah.
Number two, some people need that. Some people might have like certain dietary things where they need like a microwave and a stove or something, or a
Yeah.
refrigerator for medicine or whatever that is. Or some people might have like back problems and things.
Yeah.
So we try and do what we can.
Or they
This
just
one
want their own
doesn't have
shower.
or they, yeah, some of they're all different, right? Like some people, I mean, there's not as many privates here as there are in like Virginia per
Yeah.
se, but so we've got those, but then I don't know, it's you some people just need their space,
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
Like I totally get it. So, yeah, we've got a number of different things that these camps have to check as far as the boxes, and the food is always tough to do.
Mm-hmm.
What else? Some of them are like, they've got everything we want, except they don't allow alcohol.
Yeah.
Now, if you've
Yeah.
ever been to
That
camp
happens often.
before, you know that we
Yes.
can't go without alcohol because that is, big factor at night.
Right.
We don't drink all day, but definitely at night we like to hang out and, tap the kegs,
Yeah.
tap the Rockies in this case, right?
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, there's that, and then there's some places it's like, oh, this place is great, except they're huge, right? And so it's like,
Yeah.
oh, there's going to be other people here, and we're like, we're
Yeah.
very close, and we all like to leave our laptops sitting around and
Yeah.
equipment and not worry about it, and everyone's cool, and we can't have like other randos around or
Yeah.
kids
Or kids.
or
Like
or they're
Chicago.
like, we've got
Worst
this
bit in
place and
Chicago.
it only costs $400,000 to rent. And I'm
Yeah.
like, no, that's not going to work either,
Yeah.
So it's so hard to check all of those boxes. And after
Yeah.
months and months of looking, we actually just happened to get hit up by somebody from Colorado,
Mm-hmm.
where we've been before. And they're like, hey, we can kind of do a deal here. And we're like, well, actually,
Yeah.
and maybe we'll find a West Coast camp, but there's just more on the East Coast. We don't need one on the East Coast.
Yeah.
We needed one on the West. So this is close to the West as we could get.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go back. We liked it there though. We went back to check it out and like recheck out the camp. There's gonna be a little bit better Wi-Fi. There's
cool.
a company now that is handling the catering.
Okay.
The food. Now it is
Yeah.
camp food. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong. It's always going to be camp food. Camp food is camp food, right? We try. We try. This place in particular is kosher.
Yeah.
So there are other considerations you have to take into account here. But let's go back to the thing.
Yeah.
I'll finish my
You want to do the speakers? Or
yeah.
you
So
want
we
to do
did
the...
so we did the speakers. We did the
Yes.
speakers already. Who we got? Let's go to instructors. EJ. EJ's going to be there doing
This'll be
8-bit
his
design lab.
third camp that he's taught at. He taught at
Yes,
the first
it
one.
will
He
be
taught
his
he's
third.
doing it this one, and then he taught in Australia as well.
In
Yeah.
Australia. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's doing 8-bit design lab. So you're doing analog pixel art essentially
Yeah.
using, the little things you iron and stuff. It'll, the
Yeah,
little
yeah,
the
yeah.
little bead
What are they called?
cylinder
Perler beads or
thingies.
something?
Yes.
Yeah.
So you're going to
Yeah.
be making like your characters and you're going to be talking about
Yeah.
what makes a good character, all that kind of fun stuff.
I need to
So
I
that'll
need to
be really
discuss
fun.
with him because I've been doing so this month has been sorry to derail you a bit. This month has been the big bite off, the NES competition. I should
Yeah.
talk to him about that because I've been doing so much pixel art, and there's a very like you would think pixel art is just it's just easy. You just draw pixels and stuff like that. But when you're
there's
drawing
an
like
art.
straight lines and stuff, or like it's
diagonal.
it's incredible how difficult it can be making them look correct. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, this next person is a YOLO that I'm so excited about.
Uh-huh.
I was on TikTok and I saw Danny Donovan, and she has this ADHD planner.
Mm-hmm.
And I got it from my daughter. She had done all the artwork, which actually I forgot about this part when we were talking to her, but she had done all the artwork for it and everything. It kind of sucks because some people were like just stealing it and like
Mm-hmm.
remaking it and selling it on TikTok. And so she has a background in design. And when
Mm-hmm.
we sat down to chat, it actually turns out she knows like After Effects and, video and stuff with
Yeah.
that too. So she was super excited about it. And we were super excited because she was so into it. And she said yes. And so she's coming, which is awesome. And so for those of you who want to get shit done, as she says,
Yeah.
it's how to get shit done when you don't feel like it. And we're going to put something out there. Like, you don't have to have her planner in order to go,
Mm-hmm.
but if you'd like to have one, you can get one ahead of time and
Yeah.
check it out. And so
Dude,
I'm very
executive
excited about that.
dysfunction is a huge thing, especially for those with ADHD or those who just have trouble focusing and stuff like that. That's gonna be
Hmm.
that's a pretty cool course. Exciting for
Yeah,
them.
I feel like there's a lot of people in this industry that have it, and I don't know if
Mm-hmm.
it's like just a percentage thing of people in general, or if it has to do with the way that our creative brains
Yeah,
work.
exactly. That's what I was
You
thinking.
know, I think that's part of it. I'm so excited about that. Then
Yeah.
Austin Saylor is going to be there doing Powerful Networking Made Fun, and I don't know if many of you probably have followed Austin and his 200K adventure adventures on the interwebs. He was at camp, I think, right when he started that
Uh-huh.
last time. I don't know. My brain is foggy,
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
but um, but yeah, that's going to be great about networking. That's a good one. We got a good mix going here so far.
Yeah.
You like my flip cards?
I do. I keep
Yeah,
forgetting to flip them. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. An optical toys workshop with
Kalika.
Kalika.
I
Okay,
love
so
Kalika. She's great.
yes,
Yeah.
I love this. Zoetropes and flip books and
Yeah.
whatever scopes and things. Also, all the scopes, all the tropes and scopes.
The tropes and scopes. Yeah.
That should be the name of it. Tropes
Tropes
and
and
scopes. No,
scopes.
it's called Scrappy Motion.
Yeah.
Yeah, do-it-yourself optical toys from the discarded. This is going to be really cool. Um, she gave us a little bit of a preview of it. We're in the early days right now of
Mm-hmm.
getting these things locked in and exactly how the classes are going to go. So, we kind of keep it like very broad and generic for now until we lock everything in. We don't want to be where we can't be too specific because we're still working on the plans for everything.
Yeah, for sure.
So I can't wait for us to, see more of that
Mm-hmm.
as the year goes on and see how these courses are developing from everybody. So yeah, that's going to be fun. And then Sarah Wade, the future was hand drawn. Um,
Mm.
so we had been talking about a class with like perspective drawing techniques, which I love, and apparently not
Oh.
not everybody knows how to do some of these things. That's
Yeah.
just something I learned when I was in art class in sixth grade,
See, I
and I
never
fell in
took
love
art
with it.
class, so like
Oh
this,
man,
I will 100% take part in this class. Yeah.
have you ever done perspective drawing, or you know how
No,
it works,
I
where
have
you
never
just
done.
oh man,
I have
so
never
easy.
taken an art class in my life.
Okay, so
Besides
like
like typography in college or design in college, but
yeah, that's
like
computer.
yeah.
That's computer. But like I learned 2-point perspective in sixth grade
Mhm.
and I loved it. And I just started making all of these I mean, you just do a horizon line and then you do like some dots and then you're using a ruler to kind of like draw perspective and
Mhm.
stuff. And it's so easy. It's so easy to do. And like, you do your vanishing points. You could do 1-point perspective,
Mhm.
for what do you call it? Uh, a graphic vector, right?
Ah.
For 1-point perspective. They call that a graphic vector, I think.
Okay.
I think. It's been a long time.
I
But
always call that the
it's
Kubrick
gonna be
because
fun.
it's the 1 point perspective. Yeah.
Yeah, well, also she's going to integrate Googie architecture into this. So Googie
Okay.
architecture is like think the Vegas sign. LAX.
Oh, cool.
There's I forget
Hence,
the name of the restaurant.
kind of the
Yes.
Camp Mography vibe. Yeah.
Yes, that's our theme this year.
Yeah.
It's that kind of 60s retro futuristic.
Mm-hmm.
The Jetsons is really how we kind of defined it.
Yeah.
The stars and the spiky things and the rings.
The rings.
Lots of rings.
Yeah. Did
Lots
someone
of
just say
rings.
rings are cool?
Did that guy just say rings are cool?
No,
No, he said they're stupid. Cool.
cool.
So like that's literally like okay, so that scene in Futurama, if you don't know what we're talking about, it's a scene in Futurama where they go to a place called the Hip Joint.
Yeah.
And it looks very much Googie. Like for them, it's incredibly retro because it's like Jetsons and it's in the future.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's kind of like a whole bar club place where everything's Googie,
There you go.
right? There you go. Did
Yeah.
that guy just say rings are cool? So we're gonna have like rings, obviously,
Uh-huh.
a lot of glow rings, and we're gonna have a lot of neon and all that kind of fun stuff. We're gonna integrate this into bingo. Bingo is gonna be blacklight bingo this year, by the way.
Yeah, nice.
So yeah, we haven't really posted
Make
anything
sure
on that
you wear
yet,
your
but
clean pants.
true. True. Yeah. So we're gonna do a lot of that in the bar, and if you've been there before, I don't know if you want to go to like the camp for 2026. Let's look at that because you can see
Camp.
what it looks like. The camp.
Ah, yeah,
So
yeah,
see
nice.
that area right there?
Yeah.
That's where we had the bar and like my retro TVs. And if you were there last year, you saw we kind of upped the DJ stuff and the screens. We're gonna have all that
Yeah.
under there. That's gonna be our hip joint.
Yeah.
That's going to
Okay.
be our hip joint. Yeah, yeah. Sponsored by Vernon Roberts. By the way, Vernon Roberts is our official bar sponsor again this year.
Mm-hmm.
He's designed his logo, which is really really great. His bar logo, which is awesome. Our number one sponsor, Otoy. They're a village sponsor.
Mm-hmm.
Vernon Roberts is our bar sponsor. Also, Nexus Motion. I don't know who that is.
Yeah.
Is also
I
a
heard they make cool
sponsor.
stuff.
I heard they put in a lot of work into camp. And then School of Motion as well is a partner on board. So we're like really excited about that, and we got some other ones hopefully that are joining us pretty soon. We got 3 or 4 that we're talking to right now. And if you're listening and you want to get involved in some sort of partnership sponsorship thing, just reach out to us too.
Yeah.
If you want to go back to the camp, we can talk more about that.
Yeah.
So
Zoom back in a bit.
let's see what we got here. Had to cram a lot into this thing and make it work with Squarespace, if you will, So that's kind of like the vibe. This is the area everyone hangs out at night, and there's also the art barn where the karaoke stuff will be going on too. It's kind of like the 2 main hangs at night. You can see the camp at the top. I don't know if you want to scroll through some of those photos up there.
Yeah.
There's kind of a
Top.
thing if you just scroll down a little bit. And you'll see it there.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So these are like, the pictures you see from the camp, right? Very cool. Shows off some of their stuff in the pool and
Ooh, are we
everything.
doing the
which
pool
we
again this year?
will have the heated pool party on
Nice.
Sunday. That's going to be a lot of fun. And you can see pictures of the art barn and stuff. And
I love the
that
art
that
barn.
crazy old cabin. This is like this place is so old that it's
How old is it?
it's so old that literally there's like a kid that's buried somewhere on there
Okay.
because he was murdered by the Native Americans or something. Like this
Okay.
is like Oregon Trail. This is like, it used to be a part of it was a brothel, I believe, on the Oregon Trail back in the. I mean, we're talking.
Nice.
This place has some history, right?
All right.
So there's these old cabins. You can't go in them. They're so old. I think there is a picture of it there. I think I'm getting my history right on this place. Hopefully, I'm not.
You're just making
defaming
up
them in
lore
any way.
now.
Yeah. Yeah. This place used to have a castle. No. So you can see kind of what it looks like here, but if we scroll down, we'll look at the cabins and we'll look at some photos from previous years as well. It's really cool. ticketing. We got ticketing. We're doing an early bird special this year.
Yes.
And economy the last couple of years has not been great.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's we're trying. We don't want to price everybody out. We're really trying to, if we can break even and make this work, that's all we care about.
Yep.
So there will be an early bird pricing that starts on the regular ticket date of 4/20, and we'll go into the first of what's the next month, May.
Yeah.
And so here we've
So you
got the
how many
community
days?
cabins.
Like, let's see.
Yeah,
April
one or
20
two.
You got like 10 days.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
got 10 days to purchase.
Yeah.
We really wanted to get this information out early this year. We know we were late getting a lot of info out because of the transition last year. So you can see what these cabins look like. They're nice on the inside. They're finished. You know, it's a little different in Virginia. The bathrooms are not in here, but there is a whole section with
Yeah.
bathrooms and showers. It's
The
actually really
bathrooms
nice.
in the Denver one are great. It was so funny.
Yes.
So funny story. Funny story. Last year, or 2 years ago, when we were in Denver, me, Dryson, and Casey Hupke were all tent camping, right? And so we just so happened to all three wake up at the exact same time one morning because we're all tent camping. That sun comes out. It starts baking your tent. You're like, okay, I got to get up, right? And we all start walking to the showers together. I have never taken a shower with two dudes before. But it's like, it's private, but you can just talk to each other. And I thought it was really funny.
You weren't in the same shower.
No,
to
not the same
specify.
shower. We are all in separate showers.
This isn't
but
sixth
it's-
grade gym over here.
Yeah, the showers are nice there. They're super nice, and you've got an area to change, an area in the shower.
There's photos.
And it's like, yeah.
There's photos.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll get to the
it's-
showers.
It's really
But-
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but I like this camp. Let me go back to the screen sharing. Cool.
Yeah, there you go.
So,
oh yeah, go back up real quick.
Yeah.
So let's finish at the cabins here. So the early bird price is $13.99.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, it's back to the price it was last year. So
Yes.
hopefully that's a little bit of relief for peeps, because I know how hard it is right now. I'm struggling myself right now, just
Yeah.
trying to keep the lights on and find new clients and all that stuff in this economy.
Yeah.
So
So if you're wanting to
and-
get the cheapest possible price you can, make sure and get it within the first 10 days of camp.
And
Otherwise the price goes up.
right, oh shoot, what was I gonna say? Oh, and that covers everything. If you're new to this, that covers your lodging, right? And that covers your food, and that covers your alcohol, everything. So the second you get to camp,
And
that is what it covers.
your transportation from
It
the
does
airport to
not.
it does not.
Nope.
Okay,
It
sorry.
does not. It does not, unless we somehow end up getting a transportation sponsor. But
Gotcha.
like I said, a lot of things in this industry have changed, and we do have a less sponsorship than we did before.
Yeah. Okay.
Now I
Sorry to
will
say
say
that.
right now, no, it's on here.
Okay.
It's not a secret.
Yeah.
It's on here. The transportation will be $20.
Okay.
And that's for an hour and a half there and an
Yeah.
hour and a half back.
That's much cheaper than an Uber.
Much cheaper.
Yeah.
And the other thing, that's the thing is when we didn't used to have any transportation except some people in vans, and that was
Yeah.
way too much for us to handle. And then we got a sponsor, and then we don't have a sponsor anymore. So
Yeah.
unfortunately, that's there. But the other thing is there are a lot of people in Colorado that are driving there. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
not everybody is going to need that transportation either. So yeah, but no, it's actually good you brought that up, because that's on here. That's why you got the asterisk on all of the things, because there's taxes and all the things that go into that's the price. We got to be upfront with all that. So
Yeah. That's good. And $20, $20. That's not that. That's a real good price. For transportation all the way from the airport to camp. That's good.
Yeah.
I like that.
it's a little ways. It's
Yeah.
a little ways. Of course,
Yeah.
everything in Colorado is a little ways
Yeah.
from the airport. But all right,
That
let's see what
freaking
else we got
airport,
here.
boy.
Oh, I know. Okay, tiny home. The tiny home is $17.99 early bird. It's $19.99 afterwards. So this is if you need your space, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this is, you know, it's one of those like conversions. I think they use kind of like a shipping container, I think, to build them or something.
Yeah,
You
no,
know,
I,
one of
I don't know
those
if they're
type
shipping
things.
containers, but like they're like just tiny homes, you know. So
Yeah.
basically, see these two pictures on the left and the middle. If you were standing in the middle of the tiny home, that's what you would see on each side. You know, they're
Yeah.
really nice. They're really
Yeah.
nice. And the bottom bunk is a full size. The top is a twin. So
hmm
yeah.
And you've got a shower and a bathroom in
Mm-hmm.
there, which is nice. There's not like there's no like fridge, microwave, stove, you
Yeah.
know, any of that kind of stuff. But usually you don't need that. I mean, you just go eat in the cafeteria.
Yeah.
So on that, and I'll get to this in a little bit, but there is you can add one person to that,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll talk about that when we get down to the bunkmate section of
Yeah.
this. But
Let's
all
jump
right,
down to the bunkmate just so like
okay,
people
yeah, yeah.
know. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Okay, so this is
so
the bunkmate.
bunkmate. A bunkmate ticket is not something you're going to see on the website. You're not like on the ticketing page when that
Mm-hmm.
becomes available. You're not going to be able to just go buy that. I think in the past we might have like had it on there and people bought it by accident, not
Yeah.
knowing what it was. The way we do it now, we started this last year and it worked really well, is whoever is buying their uh, private cabin,
Mm-hmm.
they put in an email address of the person that is going to bunk with them. And then we send them a link to buy their bunkmate ticket. You pay $9.99 early bird. It's
Mm-hmm.
$11.99 after early bird. This basically lets you bunk with them, but then you still have to pay for everything that the camp charges us for, right?
For sure.
You've got to, you know, for your food and all the other things that come along with that. And of course, you know, you can get your swag and all your other stuff. So you're paying
Mm-hmm.
for that, but they've already basically paid for the room itself. So you're just staying with them.
For sure. Yeah.
So that's the difference there. So yeah, you'll get an email within about a week. You don't have to worry. You don't have to freak out. You're going to get your spot with
Yeah.
them because we're not giving that away anyway. So
Yeah.
no problems there.
Yeah.
So, okay, the next one
We can go
is
back up
we got the
to the
cottage.
cottage. Yeah.
The cottage is 19.99 early bird, and then it also it's 21.99 after. And this is it's a little bit bigger than the tiny house. It has
Yes,
instead of
it's
the
much
bunks, it
bigger.
has a
Yeah.
queen. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it has the bathroom and shower, but it also has the like kitchen stuff in it. It's got a
Mm-hmm.
fridge, it's got a range, it's got a microwave. It's even got a little fireplace in there, which is
Yeah.
pretty cool. And a sink and little
Yeah.
coffee pot, you know. So this is Future Self Beats. Is there all night karaoke? Yes.
Yes.
No, well, not all night. We
Oh,
used to we
there
used to
was
go all night.
previously.
No, we've started cutting things off at midnight. It's not like you have to go to bed or whatever,
Yeah.
but like the noise we try and stop at midnight.
Yeah.
So, but there's karaoke every night. Matt, I meant to ask you. There's one night we might need you to take over a little karaoke.
Sure, that's fine.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I've been practicing my karaoke songs. I've been changing them up this year. You know, me and Lily did Heart last year. And it was really good. I need to figure
Yeah.
out though how
These
to like
dreams. Is that what you did?
here now and always been down on my own.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah,
All right,
anyway.
all
But I need to figure out how to like lower the notes, you know, put it in a different key because that was rough.
right. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
If there's video of
Winbush
that,
wanted
if
to
someone
know-
has that, please send it to me because I'm sure someone took video of it.
Winbush want to know if there's a gym. I don't know if this one has a gym.
I
Some
don't
of them have
think
had a
there's
gym.
a gym on this one. Yeah.
But of course, you know, outside is your gym.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
you do
right
the
there.
Perkis system where you run a bunch of miles and then you pick up a log and you know. Actually, I'm pretty sure Jags did that the last time we were in Colorado. He like used a log in order to do all of his like stuff, you know.
Yeah, you gotta get creative,
Right?
You know, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, so that's that one. We went over the pricing on that. It's cool looking. And then, okay, so then you've got your platform tents.
Yes.
And this is 10.99, and this is like if you like the tent but you don't want to bring your own tent, right? If you want to kind of rough it,
Oh. Okay.
right? So last time the platforms were there last time, but we didn't necessarily have them cover them, right? So there will
Yeah.
be 5 or 6 cots in each one. So like, let's say, I mean, either we're gonna put you with some other people, or if you had a group that you
Mm-hmm.
wanted to be in this together, we can work that out.
That's
You know,
fun.
if you, yeah.
That's fun.
So
Yeah.
the cots are there. You don't have to bring anything. And just like with everything else, you know, you'll be able to go to those detached showers and bathrooms, you know, so
Yeah.
you don't have to worry about that. You don't have to go in the forest or anything.
Yeah.
But so
That's new
so
from
that's how that
last year.
works.
That's cool. That's fun.
Yeah.
We had
Yeah.
we had something similar in Australia, you know. We had something similar in Australia. It was
Yes.
fun. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And those platforms were there. People were putting their tents on
Yeah,
them
I put
last
mine on
time.
there. My
Yeah.
13-person tent barely
Yeah.
fit.
That's funny. And then and then we have the bring your own tent,
Mm-hmm.
which is $9.99, going up to $11.99 after the early bird is over. And that's just to, you know, find a spot and put a tent. You know, we have a
Yep.
designated area. This is kind of what it looks like on the left. That's the best photo I had of one. That's one that Phil Roberts took the very first year at camp in Vermont. There on
Really?
the
That looks
left.
so
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, that was a pretty spot,
Yeah.
you know. So there's that too, and I think the bathrooms are around here somewhere. I don't
Bathrooms,
know. It's
bunk
on one of
bay,
them.
workshops, fireside activities. Let's see, where are the
Did we
bathrooms?
did we pass them?
Nightlife? I don't know. I don't see the bathrooms.
They were on one of the other things, and I don't know if it's just your particular. They were made. Yeah,
Utilities. I just didn't go far
utilities.
enough.
Oh,
Yeah.
there you go. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can see, I mean, they're profesh. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure there may actually be heated floors in some of these places, if I'm not mistaken. But it's going to be warm enough. I mean,
Oh yeah.
you have like the shower stalls basically. And
Mm-hmm.
what I like about these, because I am a modest person myself, and
Yes.
was traumatized by sixth grade gym class, is the fact that you've got the shower, but then it has like the secondary,
Mm-hmm.
airlock,
Yeah.
if you will, that you can get dressed and stuff in there, and so that's pretty nice. So
Yeah.
although they are not attached, they are like Vermont, like Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
It's still really nice accommodations there. So just a
Yeah.
short
Yeah.
walk.
Yeah. Those showers are great.
So yeah, all right. What else we got to look at in here?
We
We
got
got
lots of stuff. Hold
photos.
on. Let's
We got
go.
yeah, go back in order here.
All right.
Yeah, well, you went way too
We've
far.
done the workshops.
Oh,
All
go to
right.
workshops. Go to
Let's go to
workshops because
workshops.
this shows what a workshop looks like. You've got there's Scott there in the art barn. He
Mm-hmm.
was doing 3D printing last time. Scott will be there hanging out.
Cool.
And then this is what the workshops look like in various areas. Some of them are outside, depending on the weather. Some of them are going to be inside or on the balcony.
Yeah.
And then the fireside. So again, it's kind of nice here because we have different options. This is the main fireside area here. It's outside. It's really cool. It's got kind of like a mini amphitheater thing going on. But if the weather
Yeah.
is not great, we have an alternative in the art barn. So
Yeah, the art barn one was fun,
yeah,
But
there's some
also this
pictures.
one was fun as well.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
scroll down. I think there's some pictures of the inside. You
Oh
can
yeah, yeah.
see, yeah,
This one right here. Yeah.
yeah.
Hey, there's
Yeah,
Phil.
you're gonna have to double close that. I don't understand. I couldn't figure that. I think it's the square. Oh no, it worked for you. Did you
Yeah,
have to
worked
click
for me.
twice to
Nope.
close? Oh, okay.
Nope.
Maybe it was just my computer. I don't
There's
know.
Billy.
Oh, Billy.
Oh, Billy.
All right. Let's see. Fireside chats. You got activities. Okay,
Yeah.
here's some of the activities we'll get into here. You got the activities that are provided by the camp. You've got the high ropes course,
Is that
which is
new?
really cool. Um,
I don't
I
remember
want to
that.
say
Oh,
it was
wait, no, now
mudded
I do.
out.
Yeah, it was over by the basketball courts, right?
Yeah, there was something kind of flooded
Yeah.
out that we couldn't use last time, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah. No, that's
yeah,
exciting. Yeah.
yeah. And you got archery.
Of course. Gotta have
Yeah.
archery.
You got the sports facilities, especially the soccer.
The
I know
soccer
everybody likes to
field.
get a soccer game going on.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
yeah,
think
yeah.
there's a
And
picture somewhere in all this.
that's artificial turf, and it's just fantastic.
Yeah.
We did a bunch of stargazing and stuff like that last time on the soccer field, and that was a really cool place to do it.
Yeah. Now you got the pool. This is
Yeah.
the designated pool area. Get some music. Maybe one of us Mograph DJs will come out and mess around out there.
Yep.
That'll be
Try and
fun.
bounce the ball as many times as you can. Keep it in the air.
Yeah. There's karaoke,
Mm-hmm.
which Maria and Travis will be doing that. It says TBD most nights, just depending on
Okay.
schedule and if everybody's worn out, there will be that. And then during the day also is the music corner in the same place.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you'll
Yeah.
see that down here eventually. And bingo night.
Yeah.
Our last night is always bingo night, and that's always fun. There's like fun prizes. We'll have a little bit of the old neon black light stuff going on next time. So much fun.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, it gets rowdy.
Yeah,
It
it
gets
does.
rowdy if you've never been there.
Yeah.
Here's some of the other activities. I got
Hey,
you had
my
your
Nintendo.
Nintendo out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta bring the new game this year.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
do. Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
A lot of people playing, magic and stuff,
Yeah.
doing night photography, um,
Oh,
playing music, that
yeah.
kind of stuff. There's so much. There's so much. Like there's beer pong, there's music. We're gonna be messing around with like trippy visuals and stuff and music, and
Mm-hmm.
of course there's a scavenger hunt. You
Yeah.
know. Let's see. Oh yeah, they even got some DDR going
I
last
know. I
year.
thought that was so funny. They're projecting it on
So
the wall
much.
and playing DDR.
I have a great video where you're just going around and like there's DDR and you go around, people are doing
Yeah.
karaoke, and then you go around, there's DJ stuff and
I
drinking
love
and beer pong.
that like it's just a place where everyone can kind of just like be themselves, nerd out, bring their own interests and stuff like that. And like there's no judgments. It's like, oh, these
Yeah.
people are playing DDR. Oh, that's awesome. These people are playing Magic for 5 hours straight. That's awesome too. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
that's
And
cool.
what else do we have? Yeah, it talks about the nightlife,
Yeah.
be some kegs in the bar and all of that stuff. Custom, like super custom drinks and food. Like I said, we are trying to up the
Mm-hmm.
food game the best we can for what we got going on there.
Mm-hmm. And this is
We
something
pay
that
attention to diet and allergies.
Denver
Yeah.
specifically does, which I
Hmm.
think is fantastic. They will say exactly what is on each menu, if there's allergens in it. That's something that only Denver does, and I really like that. For those with dietary restrictions, you can see it immediately.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got all of that. We really, really try, and we'll get all that information from everybody on checkout, so you
Yeah.
can, put in your dietary info and all that. I will not be making 200 grilled cheeses
Oh,
this
you got someone
year.
else to do it?
Well, I mean, starting last year, we started having the staff do our late night stuff because it's just so
Yeah.
much stress
Yeah.
relieved, you know. So that helps a bit,
Mhm.
because there's just so much other stuff to attend to,
Yeah, for sure.
at night, and not to mention try and enjoy ourselves for a few minutes after working on it
Yeah.
all year. So
Yeah.
we saw the showers and bathrooms. What else we got here? Okay, so yeah, the photos we got. If I don't know if you just want to like scroll through, you got John Haley there.
Yeah.
You got
Yeah.
some cool photography. Like I loved what
Yeah.
Jags took that year. This is
Jax did that one
yeah,
last year, right?
yeah. And our
Are
main
you doing
page
more
has like
CRTs this year?
I'll probably bring a couple CRTs just
All
for
right.
whatever.
You
And
gonna do check-in in the same place last year? Because that was kind of
yeah,
fun. That was nice.
check-in will
Yeah.
be there. Yeah, it's nice. You can walk right through the main building and get your
Yeah.
stuff and
Yeah.
GTFO,
Yeah.
And then we'll do the waivers digitally. I feel like that helped a lot last year.
Yeah. Did
The
you do
digital
those
waivers.
before the digital waivers before camp?
Yeah, we did them
That's
before.
awesome.
So like 99% of people that actually that read their emails,
Yeah.
had them filled out. Read your emails if you're coming to camp. You
Yes.
have to read every email. If you don't, you're going to ask a question that's already been answered.
Yes.
But we really tried. You can keep scrolling while I'm.
Yeah.
We really tried to make sure that we were showing more of this on the site, really giving
Dave, you look
people
so
a
good, by the way.
picture
You've
of
lost a
it,
lot of
you
weight.
know. Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks. I'm trying. I'm
Yeah.
trying. Uh, so, we wanted everybody to really get a good idea if they hadn't been there before, because it's
Yeah.
so easy for us to be like, oh, yeah, this is obvious. But there's so many people who haven't been, that don't understand what it's about, what it looks like, what people are doing. So, like, you can see previous camp photos on the main site, but on here, like, it's great now because we have, a camp that's already been at this location. This is
Yeah.
what it will look like,
Yeah. Yeah.
And you can see there's Dryzen. Dryzen does all the bus stuff back and forth, getting people there,
Oh,
getting them
yeah.
back out,
Yep.
making sure that they're, yeah.
Uh,
Yoga,
are you still doing morning yoga?
I believe so. You
Okay.
know, if somebody comes out like Matthias and wants to do it,
Yeah.
absolutely. Um, yeah, yeah, these are, yeah, great photos, great
Yeah.
photos. There's Clinton Jones, which they announced the winner of his latest contest
Yeah.
Saturday. Gosh, man,
Is it
like
good?
the amount of time that they spend even just watching just
Mm-hmm.
the top 100. I was watching all day while I did my taxes,
Wow.
and then the winner, uh, Koala, I believe is their tag. They have won other places in the past in the
Mm-hmm.
contest, but never first.
That's
So
cool.
they're going to be
That's
coming to
really
camp.
cool.
They got a camp ticket as
That's
the
awesome.
prize. So yeah, that's I want to you and Mello.
That's
That's
funny.
great. That's great.
My
The
classic pink flamingos shirt. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. That's funny.
yeah, lots of fun.
All right.
Lots of
Daily
fun.
agenda. Yeah, we got
Yeah,
the.
it's basically what it usually is, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you haven't been there, I guess, breakfast in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so don't overdo it the night before. You got
Yeah.
plenty of time to spread
Yeah.
out the party, and
Yeah.
especially the first night, there's gonna be the altitude. You got to be careful. You got to pace
Yes.
yourself.
Yes.
Don't be that guy or gal, just
We
like
remember you.
don't
We know who you are.
don't be that they. Um, there's breakfast in the morning bright and early, and if you miss it, you're going to be hungry.
Yeah.
Unless you brought your snacks that you're also supposed to bring. Make sure you read your emails.
Right.
Workshop sessions, there's always one session in the, is that right? One or two sessions in
There's
the morning. Two sessions in the
two. Yeah.
morning. I'm looking straight at it. I should figure that out.
Yeah.
Work two workshop sessions in the morning, then you go to lunch, then there's another session, then you have
Mm-hmm.
like your free afternoon. You want to take a nap, activities, chill, do whatever
Yep.
you want to do. We're gonna have dinner and then fireside chat. We're really gonna try and get things going a little earlier if we can,
Mm-hmm.
just so that the fireside chat might actually start a little bit earlier. Fireside chat might be more like 7 to 9. That's
Cool.
something actually I should probably update on here. The reason it's a little later in Virginia is because everyone wants to watch the sunset first. So we kind of
Yeah.
wait, but that kind of
Yeah.
pushes everything for the rest of the night, right?
Yeah.
It pushes the talk, it pushes the nightlife and like getting karaoke going and all of that. And then before you know it, it's bedtime. So we will try and go a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
So that'll probably say fireside 10 to 9
Cool.
tomorrow. So that's that. On the Instagram, if you want to go back to the Instagram, you can see
Mm-hmm.
we've posted the videos with more info. If you want to like play Nix or something,
Yeah.
there you go. And you don't get HDR on your computer, so it looks a little
don't.
dark.
It
That's the
does.
thing, man. They need to up their HDR game because it looks really good on the phone and on TikTok, but it looks like butt on here.
Yeah.
So, there's Nix. Let's see. Look at that card flip. Ooh, there's a
Yeah.
number 8 on that.
Oh,
There's a number
weird.
6 on that. Oh, that's weird. I wonder what that is. Anyway, you can watch those, and yeah, now you don't have to play them all. It's
Yeah.
fine, but yeah, see how bright how bright they are without. Yeah, there's early
Yeah.
bird. Vance Voyager is coming back.
Of course.
Got to have the puppets, right?
Right.
So
Oh,
look
that's
for some
last year's.
videos on
Yeah.
that. Yeah,
pinned.
the awesome intro from last year. So yeah, that's it. That's the lineup there. I don't know If we got anything else we might have missed, you saw the lineup. You saw
Store.
that.
I don't know if you want to do anything.
Yeah,
about
I mean the
store.
store's up. Right now it's the stuff from last year, so some of it's like generic, like the hoodies or not the hoodies. I'm sorry, the beanies and the caps.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to get something from last year, like one of the pullovers or any of those things, make sure that you get them soon because fairly soon I'm going to be updating.
Yeah.
you
And
know.
it'll get shipped to you, correct? Those?
This gets drop shipped to
Yeah.
you. Yes,
That's cool.
before camp. Something we still haven't figured out exactly is what we'll be doing swag wise this year. Last year we kind of did a vote. We were going to be on the beach and it was going to be hot, and we're like, do we want to do something else instead of what do you call it? A hoodie?
Yeah.
We still wanted the hoodies available for everybody.
Yeah.
So we did them that way so that we
Yeah.
could kind of like
The towels were
allocate
great.
that.
That was fun.
We wanted because it's the beach, right?
It's the beach, yeah.
So
Yeah.
we did some fun stuff. We got some great ideas for this year. We'll see what we can afford.
Yeah.
But yeah. Are we live streaming? No, there's not a lot of internet there,
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, yeah. Oh, I see. That was a joke. We'd love to deploy a couple AI agents on this camp stream to scrape the whole experience while skipping the BS like sunsets and karaoke and naps. Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. So I think that's it. Does anybody have any questions if you're watching? I don't know if anybody has a question, but if you do have a question and we haven't talked about it, it's not on the website. Make sure you check the website because most likely, we've answered that. There's an FAQ on there as well, all of that. So if it's not answered, just reach out, and
Cool.
email us. We'll help answer all your questions. So
You're ready to go, man. I gotta say, like, got everything in there.
hopefully.
A month before tickets go on sale. That's like the perfect
Yeah.
timing,
Yeah, we wanted everybody to have time to plan accordingly.
Yeah.
Yeah, John Haley said AT&T had cell phone reception. There should be some better internet in some of the areas. I think they're getting some Starlink going and things like that. So it'll be a little bit better.
I don't remember it being an issue last year, but
it wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the Verizon people had some problems, but don't expect to be downloading your Dropbox, but you could definitely like get your email and
if you need
of
to.
course, Instagram
only
something.
if you need to.
Yeah.
Some people
we love the
you can
Instagram stories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can just leave your stuff in your tent if you want and, go away and disconnect.
That's the point.
Yeah.
That's the point.
For sure.
Yeah.
Cool.
So,
That's awesome.
Yay.
I'm excited for the 20th to see, all the ticket sales and stuff. So make sure if you want to get info on all that, you can sign up on the website. It's the email address down at the bottom. You just put in your email address. You'll be signed up on the newsletter and stuff. So, yeah. And make sure
Nightlife. We're hoping to do some DJ stuff. A lot of our usual DJs couldn't make it for one reason or another last year, and so we're hoping to bring a lot of that back and not have me have to DJ every night. But I do plan on doing one night.
Here's the thing: you should talk to the guys over at Notch, get a sponsorship, have them come and DJ live. While
I reached out to him today.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, we'll see.
Awesome.
Yeah, we're planning on doing I'm gonna do a set. I would love it if Rev could do a set.
Yeah.
I haven't really talked to him about it, but I'm sure he'd be down. Mello.
Yeah.
Francisco. I mean, there's so many DJs in the Mograph sphere. We're the failed musicians, so
That's yep.
yeah, but it's a lot of fun. We put live AI stuff out there and all that kind of stuff. Which, by the way, Matt, if you're not using AI, you're gonna get left behind.
That's what I hear. Hear. I mean,
just kidding.
It's
just the buzz. It's like the buzz phrase that everybody's using. I saw
Yeah.
Tokyo Megs and Aaron Sorensen both both made that joke, I think, but it's so true. Like it's that broy, the videos like
Yeah.
if you don't have a Claude bot, you're missing out on making millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting so tired of that. And
Hmm.
it's like, yeah, I love the love-hate relationship with AI, man.
Yeah.
You know? You
Yeah.
know,
I
and then being scared to post anything that has anything to do with AI because you're
yeah.
gonna get, you know,
You're gonna get dinged. Yeah,
you're gonna get
I was on TikTok the other day, and I could have swore. So I get fed a bunch of tattoo artists because I follow a bunch of tattoo artists on TikTok because I'm always trying to look for the tattoo artist that I want to do my tattoos one day, And so this one person posted something and it was so fine lined and detailed. It almost felt like there was too much detail for what the small amount of space on someone's arm that it was, and I was like, that's gotta be AI. That's gotta be fake. But I didn't want to call him out. And I look in the comments and like nothing. Everyone's like, oh, it's so good. And I'm like, I don't know about that.
you wanted to
You know?
post AI slop.
Yeah. Yeah, but
Yeah.
like the thing is like AI's gotten so good. Sometimes
I
I don't
know.
even know.
There's just so much stuff out there
Yeah.
now, man. I'm getting fed all of this stuff, and it's like, man, like Beyonce's internet is really getting trashed, you know? I mean, like if you like are just scrolling
Oh my god. All right, go ahead. Sorry, that took me too
on
long.
on like on TikTok, for example, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm seeing the weirdest stuff. Like nobody asks for this.
Yeah.
Nobody asked for this. Like these almost like episodic uh uh what are
Like
they
TV shows, like almost like a soap opera or
like
something.
soap operas.
Yeah.
That's what I was looking for. Dude, like the soap operas have gotten so weird. It's like here's a strawberry person made out of a strawberry with woman's legs and
Uh-huh.
like she's in love with this human man and like she's gonna have his baby and I'm
Uh-huh.
like, what is going on? Like the doctor comes in and he's
Uh-huh.
like, so I'm like, what is like everybody in the comments is like, why can't I stop watching this? This is terrible. So weird. Nobody asked for it though.
I've seen so many of these soap opera type things, and like, typically you'll see like a clip from a TV show or a clip from a movie, and you're like, oh, what is this from? Or you'll go down in the comments and they're like, you can figure it out. But like this stuff, it's like it's incredibly bad acting,
Oh, it's so
and
bad.
like real flat lighting and stuff, and I never know whether it's AI slop or whether it's like just really poor production, like stuff.
Mm-hmm. And do I have the strawberry woman's handle though? I can find it for you. I'm serious. I'm serious. This
That
stuff is
sounds
so
terrible.
funny.
What website was this?
Yeah, where can I
Just so
find
I
this?
can
I'm
avoid
gonna
it.
no, I'm gonna tell y'all what it's called just because I think it's hilarious.
All right,
And Justin also asked, how are we gonna do DJ stuff if we don't have internet access for Suno?
that's
You know?
funny.
All
Dude,
right,
I
I'm gonna
saw
find it.
I was watching Dead Mouse do some DJ stuff the other day.
Mm-hmm.
Man,
Oh, I
he's
forgot he was gonna
so
start doing that
good.
again.
Like,
Yeah.
so good. It's crazy watching him. Like, it's so much more than just pressing a button,
He was gonna start streaming on like streaming live again when he was working on stuff. Okay, this one there was a strawberry. This one's with a peach. It's called the name of the channel on TikTok. It's called Loveverse, right? So like
Love
the
verse.
Loveverse, and
Is it on
the
Instagram?
doctor
Oh,
may probably yeah. Be careful with that search term, but like I don't know how well this is gonna focus, but here's like the doctor comes in and tells the peach woman that the most powerful, richest man on the planet like wants her to have his baby or
all right,
something.
all right.
Oh my God, he's so hot. Like it's so weird.
That's so funny.
And my daughter the other day, she's like, "Why is this in your algorithm?" And I'm like, "I don't know. I don't know. It's so weird. I didn't ask for
It's because you
this."
send me all the weirdest like AI
Oh
slop
man.
stuff, and
Dude,
it knows what you like.
I don't know. Like, here's the thing I don't like about Instagram as opposed to TikTok is like when somebody sends you a video, you can't just scroll to the next thing they sent you. If
Yeah,
you scroll, it
yeah.
goes to some random video and it always shows me like blow up, like people, like
Eating
blown up
food and then
with
getting
eating
big
and then
stomachs
getting
and getting
big, or like
fatter and fatter. Yeah.
almost like vor and like other like weird things that you can
Yeah.
act out now with AI. Anyway,
Yeah.
but I don't like, I'm tired of the AI buzzword. That's the thing,
Yeah.
right? And it's like here's the thing. If I were sitting here talking to you about After Effects and all I mentioned was that something was 4K every 5 minutes, you'd be like,
Yeah.
why are you telling me this?
Yeah.
You know, why are you telling me this was written in C? Why
Right.
are you
Yeah.
telling
Yeah.
me this is JavaScript when and so that's the way I look at it right now. I love just talking about the tools, and who cares
Yeah.
about the background of how it's working right now? That's my personal opinion.
Yeah.
I can't apologize for using aspects of these things
Mm-hmm.
because it's everywhere. And
Yeah.
it's very useful. And what I keep telling people is you're a storyteller. However you're going to tell that story is how you're going to tell that story,
Mm-hmm.
right? So I'm continuing to be a storyteller, and I'm going to do these things.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
like it's like the flipping cards on
yeah.
the website. Claude helped me figure out how to do that, right?
Yeah.
And like um
I don't know if I showed
you
this
know
off.
been using Claude and all the things.
Where's
But I
my?
like saying like I'm using Claude. I'm coding a thing with Claude. I don't have to
Yeah.
tell you that it's AI. You
Mm-hmm.
you already know. You already know.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm having fun doing is
Where's
is being
my?
able to create things I couldn't create before.
Yes.
So
100%. That is my. I can't get this up. Where is this? Hold on. I need to find the correct website. Like what I have really enjoyed is the fact that things that used to be completely foreign to me because I did not have a programming background or
mhm.
I wasn't the best at expressions, but I knew how to explain what I wanted, you know? That's the
Right.
thing that I think is amazing in this whole thing. So, for
Right.
example, this is something that I made in
Yeah.
Claude over a weekend, you know?
Mhm.
And it's like, okay, this is any so because of the whole bite off stuff, I knew I needed music and I needed sound effects and stuff like that. And it's just the programs that you use for it they look like Windows 98,
They
terrible.
probably
And
are.
so I
Yeah.
wanted something, that could give me individual tracks and stuff. And I know enough about NES music making that I know, you're only supposed to have one note on each thing. It's pulse 1, pulse 2, triangle, noise, and the only three
Mhm.
envelopes you've got are arpeggio, pitch, and volume. It's like really easy. And so having that knowledge, that background knowledge about the specific thing that I want to make helps so much better in being able to tell Claude, this is what I need, And it's not Claude is making this for me or Claude is doing all the work. No, I'm the one creative directoring,
Yes,
this
absolutely.
entire project. Claude is
Right.
just a worker for me.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been using Gemini. Well, for one, I am completely off of ChatGPT now,
Me
not
too.
paying for it
Yep.
anymore because I'm on Gemini. And Gemini, I've been keeping track of my macros on for a long
Mm.
time. And I have a system that works very, very well because I'm talking to it, I'm getting advice, I'm
Mm-hmm.
adjusting it, I'm adding all my stuff into it. But I really want an app that does the things that I'm doing right now
Mm-hmm.
with that kind of integrates it into like kind of a regular tracking app for macros. And I've been kind of on the side when I have time developing a thing like that. And it's going to be exactly what I want. That's the
Yeah.
thing. And then if it works well and I feel like other people would benefit from it, I'll put it out there.
Yeah.
And then if that blows up, I'm going to hire people to actually,
Sure.
update it, right?
Yeah.
There's that. There's stuff for camp that I worked on. But you still have to know some programming, right?
Yeah.
Like my daughter the other day, I came in her room. I'm like, "What are you doing?" She's like, "I'm writing JavaScript." She's writing a whole JavaScript game,
Mm-hmm.
And she's kind of anti AI because she says that she feels like it's gonna make her stupid. And I'm like, I understand that.
Yeah.
I understand that 100%. You keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
I'm not going to force you to use something or whatever.
And
I said,
yeah.
but you still need to know those basics
Yeah.
in order to art direct or
And
whatever. So,
100%, it's like knowing JavaScript. Okay. So I've been
hmm
working on my game, and a big thing with NestMaker. Here, I'll show you all my game. A big thing with
yeah.
NestMaker is that you have to. There's a lot of assembly code in it. So NestMaker
hmm
is a GUI based system. I freaked out. I was like, oh no, where are all my levels? So it's a GUI based system. So like you can build out the levels if you want, which is really fun. And so, but if you want to get into the nitty gritty of stuff, you actually have to jump into script settings and like edit actual assembly code and stuff like that. So you see, I've got assembly code for all of my different things. And it's like,
Yeah.
I don't know assembly code that well, but if you've got that background in it, similar to how I know how the NES works, being able
hmm
to explain or being able to troubleshoot issues and stuff like that is just unbelievable. It's going to make you so much more successful using the software, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's something I was working on for camp, and some of you may have found it or not
Yes.
at this point. But before I launched it, I right clicked on it and said view source because I was like, well, one thing that I want to check beforehand is security.
Uh-huh.
And so I right click and view source, and there's all the codes you need right there, just in plain text.
Yeah.
And I kind of had a feeling that it was going that way,
Yeah.
because it was pretty basic to start. But then it told me that it needs to do an SHA 256 hash, and
Mhm.
then put the private key somewhere, and then you got to do, separate JSON, blah blah blah, all the
Yeah.
things, right? Now, I know what those things are because I have a background in networking and other things like that.
Yeah.
Just either from work or actually just listening to, Security Now podcast for like
Right.
10 years. But that's the type of thing I'm talking about is like it really helps you still got to know what a database is,
Yeah.
an SQL database and
Yeah.
like, all of these things because when Claude tells you that it's going to do that and it's planned, you at least know, oh, okay, I see what it's doing.
Yeah.
Great. I
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
have to
Yeah.
do it myself. That's awesome. You go
Yeah.
ahead. It's an employee,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
But
100%.
you still have to be that manager that understands how the stuff works beneath,
100%.
at
An
least
employee is not going to
enough.
work like without any sort of direction, you know?
Right.
100%.
Yeah.
I
And
I I
yeah.
really like when I'm starting a program or a process or something with Claude, I'll spend the first little bit riffing back and forth. It's like
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking about doing this, or I'll start with, tell me everything you know about this particular subject.
Right.
In order to like make sure that it knows kind of what is going on. So, for example, after I finished the Nest Music Maker software, I got hit up by the creator of Nest Maker, and I was like, Joe Granato, and I was like, oh, this is awesome. And he's like, hey, have you considered doing like a Super Nintendo one? I was like, I haven't considered it until now, But the thing is, with the Nintendo, I've done so much research into how the Nintendo works that I know so much about it. Well, I knew nothing about how the music system works in the Super Nintendo. So
Mm-hmm.
I was able to riff for a while with Claude being like, tell me about how the Super Nintendo music works. What is the limitations? What is this? And so after probably about an hour of just going back and forth with Claude, I had a full understanding of how the music system within the Super Nintendo works. And so from that point, I was able to say, okay, Claude, here's what I created with you. Here's what we created. You didn't know. Other Claude,
Right.
created for the Nintendo. What would you think about adding Super Nintendo availability to this or whatever, And so then it's what's great is it's already got this whole background and understanding, and you're not just starting from scratch,
Yes.
It's not like
I did
I
that
want to make a
once.
Super
Yeah.
Nintendo music maker. Okay. Where do you want to start,
Yeah. Yeah, I had made something similar as just kind of an experiment to something that I did, and I kind of went with more of a mobile look for it on the second one, but I gave it all the code and I said, I don't want you to copy this code like verbatim or anything, but I want you to look and see how it set up the style
Mm-hmm.
and how it all kind of worked in the background, because this is how what I want it to look like.
Yeah.
But I want you to like start over. And it took that and zero problems,
Yeah.
as a reference. It was great.
Yeah.
I think you should call it Chalmers. That should be your code name for that
Nintendo
one.
Chalmers.
Super Nintendo
Chalmers.
Chalmers. Yeah.
I like that. I like that. Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Claude's
yeah.
been here's what I think the future of like this programming type stuff. So I like to think about this like Star Trek, right? Star Trek, you'd say, "Hey computer,
Tea Earl Grey hot.
yeah," or no, like tell me what the state of the universe is, or something,
Right.
how big is the universe or something, or you'd ask these questions and it's like, okay, well, let's create a database based off of this or these things, or like, calculate this distance and blah, blah, blah. It's all things that
Yeah.
you're telling the computer and it's creating programs in
Yeah.
order to do. The computer itself is not smart. It is just following directions,
Right.
And that's 100% the way I think of this. And it is.
Yeah, I love that.
Like, and so
when
like
I
today,
was a kid,
or like,
that's what I always wanted.
yeah, a
know?
month ago, I was like, oh man, I just accidentally named a whole bunch of my files really poorly, and I don't want to go through each and every one of these and rename them. I one-shot it. I went to Claude and I said, I need a program that I can select the folder to, and it will it'll find all my JPEGs in that, or all my images, and it will rename it with a thing and blah, blah, blah. One shot, it was done. That's all I asked
Yeah.
for. And instead of going to like some sketchy site on, some Windows download that you don't know, it's like, okay,
And there's 40 download
Yeah.
buttons and only one
here
of
it
them's the real
is.
one.
All you need to do is open it up in Visual Studio and hit build,
Right.
Because the website
Yeah.
one wouldn't do it for me. If you're running Claude,
Yeah.
VS Code or whatever, it will. But it's like, okay, I now have that forever, And I
Right.
didn't have to go through somewhere else. It would have taken me longer to find one or pay for one. I think the future of like a lot of the plugins that we have and the programs we have are going to be obsolete because you're just going to make them if you want them,
It just lets people who weren't able to wrap their head around the programming stuff do the stuff that they wanted to do. People that might be really good at this stuff if they had the programming knowledge. And when I was a kid, basic language was out, and
Yeah.
I learned that, and I got a computer and stuff. And it's actually when I was in second grade, I found a book on basic language, and it made sense to me. And it's like, the problem is I don't have a computer. And then I got a computer and I learned it, and it was good for a while. And I did QBasic going
Yeah.
into middle school. Don't copy that floppy, all that kind of stuff. But then it got way over my head.
Yeah.
Where I kind of understood some things. I can kind of understand some HTML and some Python, but it's like I just
Yeah.
don't have the brain for it. But I can look at a program and I can tell you exactly what would be better and how I
Yeah.
could make it work. And that's what
Yeah.
I've been loving about this, is I can be like creative and be like, oh, well, let's do this and let's integrate this with Camp, and let's do this for the website and stuff that I could never do before
Yeah.
without paying somebody. And
Yeah.
I don't have the funds for that.
Yeah,
I
seriously.
got no money for that.
I'm not very good at assembly. I can kind of read it, but one of my favorite things to do with Claude is to say, hey, take this code and tell me everything that's happening, throughout the whole
Oh, yeah,
code.
yeah.
So it like describes everything, so that instead of just seeing all this code and being like, I don't know what's going on, I have this code laid out and I can follow the instructions based off of what it has deduced is happening on each line, And it's like, okay, that's pretty rad. That's pretty freaking rad.
And brainstorming,
Yeah.
when it comes to like Nano Banana, Firefly has a great has that great interface now. I still use a lot of Gemini Nano Banana, but Firefly, the way that you can put ideas in a thing and say, here's a container of stuff, but I also want to do this, and then you
Yeah.
can like, riff. It's the brainstorming that I like.
I
It's like AI didn't design the Camp 2026 logo,
yeah.
but there was so much like I was searching the internet and I was clipping things and I was getting ideas, and then I start kind of laying things out in Illustrator, and I'm not an Illustrator person,
Yeah.
but over time, all of a sudden, at some point, it just clicked, and I'm like, all right, we have a logo.
Yeah.
It's just your buddy on the side helping
Yeah.
you, get out of your funk.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I needed the escape logo that I made or that I did for the Nintendo game. Like that was just straight chat GPT. I said, write me make me a thing called escape. I still had to go through and I had to convert it into pixels and,
Oh,
make
yeah.
sure that the colors are correct and add it all into the thing, but it just
Yeah.
gave me an image,
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, there's even when it comes to text, that's really the worst thing right now. I still feel like copy is awful,
Yeah.
or at least trying to match your style. These things try and write an email for you all the time,
Yeah.
and you're like, please don't,
Yeah.
please don't. You could give me some ideas, yes, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna write it myself.
Yeah, for sure.
You know,
Yeah. I mean,
S-
yeah.
I get those emails from people. They're like, I really liked your insert product here.
Yeah.
It's like, no, you didn't.
Yeah.
You didn't. Don't patronize me with your
Yeah.
AI.
Barton the other day was saying, yeah, I got one of those stupid AI emails that said, hello already.
Hello already.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Hello already.
It was so
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah. Still using
Anyway.
M dashes
Yeah. Still the M dashes.
just to taunt me.
So
Yeah. Anything
right.
else going on in that world of
I don't
the thing we will not mention?
I don't know. I don't
You
know.
know?
Like I'm enjoying having a $20 a month employee who's
Yeah.
way smarter than me,
Yeah.
and who just needs
Yeah.
direction. Like
I told Gemini the other day, I said, take everything you know about me, all the threads you see here, and because it's in your emails, everything that's in my emails as well from the last 2 months, and put me together a list of things that you think I haven't addressed that I should be addressing that I might have
Wow.
forgotten about. And dude, it was so on point. And it covered so many things. And I was like, oh, thank God, you're right. I didn't follow up with that person. I had a lead,
Wow.
and things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's nice.
enjoy doing as I'm going along, like making notes with Claude, where I'm like, okay, I don't want to implement that now, but add that to our notes, add that to my reminders. And then occasionally I'll say, what are my notes, or what's my to-do? And it'll give me the whole to-do. And then I'm like, okay, let's start on this one, And
Yeah.
it's really cool because you can keep track of it all in one project.
I'll just paste emails into things and transcripts
Yeah.
just as I go all the
Yeah.
time, just pasting it into the right thread and just it's keeping track of notes in a little canvas for me,
Yeah.
checking things off, reminding me of stuff. I love all of that,
Yeah. Yeah.
because it's just convenient,
Today, so I'm hosting a panel at RenderCon, and they needed a bio for me. So you know what I did? I went to ChatGPT. I said, hey, give me a quick bio about Matt Milstead from Mograph.com. And sure enough, it gave me a
Was it
bio
good?
on me. I was on there. So, and it was pretty convenient, It didn't have anything about me working at ABC. So I was like, hey, make sure and add in that
Yeah.
I work at ABC. Now add a little snippet about ABC after that. It's like, all right,
Yeah.
done.
I'll
That
put
would've
some
taken
M
me-
dashes in
That
it.
would have taken me 2 hours of stress to come up with, and it
Right.
would have been terrible.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, I could go on forever about how I'm using it all.
Mhm.
But it's just becoming more and more part of my daily life, and
Yeah.
that's why I'm just like burnt out on the term, right?
Yeah.
It's just like this is just stuff I use, just
Yeah,
like
and-
anything else.
You have the AI bros on Instagram who was like, look how I did this. This is blah, blah, blah. And I use this tool and blah, blah, blah. And if you comment this word down below, I'll send you the link.
I'll
of how
show you how.
I'm like, dude,
You could make
no.
$1 million with your
Yeah.
Claude bots. Make sure you buy your Mac Minis.
Yeah.
I think it's Apple. I think Apple's doing it in the background, trying to get people to see. Yeah, there you go.
Yep.
Got to start your Claude bot.
Yep.
Give it access to your entire life.
Right.
Yeah. No, you got to keep that Claude bot off of the main machine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't forget that. Yeah. Mine is on that computer back there.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Going through the
separate
Epstein
from
files?
everything.
Is that
Going
the
through the
one?
Epstein files.
That's
Yeah.
funny.
No cap.
No
Oh
cap.
God.
All right. Well, I got to get out of here. It's my wife's birthday on Wednesday, and I'm going out of town tomorrow. So I'm going to take her
well.
to dinner. Yeah.
Have fun with that.
So
happy birthday.
Thursday, no live stream this Thursday because I will be out of town. But we'll continue on with the podcast and then the next live stream next week. So make sure to look out for that. Also, thanks to everyone for joining. Make sure to follow us on all the socials, YouTube and Twitch, where we stream every week. And, Thursdays are typically our normal hangouts. We'll start it up again next week. What else? Tons of fun guests coming on the show. And if you haven't done it already, sign up for your very own Mograph.com account.
See you at RenderCon too.
See you at
at
RenderCon,
NAB.
NAB. I won't
School
be
of
at
Motion
NAB.
Party.
I know Kyle Hamrick was hitting up EJ. They're thinking about doing the karaoke party this year.
Nice.
So that may still happen. If it does, I'll let everyone know. Hey, Sage! What's up, man?
Miss you.
Miss you so much. Yeah.
Come to camp.
Yeah, you should come to camp. Yeah. So, but yeah, sign up for your own Mograph.com account. We got some things that are probably going to be changing a bit, maybe here in the coming months, with all the new AI stuff, and I'm the world's my oyster. And so excited to see where we can go from there and what we can do with it. So yeah. Dave, if people want to find you, where do they find you online? You know this. The drill.
Well, first of all, for Camp Mograph, it's at Camp Mograph on most of the things. You can Google it. You can find it on the website. All the links are on there, email address and all of that. If you want to find me, I'm on Instagram as Mograph Dave. And I am also Mograph Dave on TikTok, but I don't post much there. I do have a separate account where I game and stuff. It's called Zeta Renders. It's kind of just like another thing where I just throw my random things I'm doing, that may not necessarily be Mograph. So, you can see me DJ on there or play Call of Duty every once in a while. Yeah, and you know what? Go to the Mograph Discord. There is a difference between the Camp Mograph and the Mograph Discord, by the way. I know some people confuse those two. But on the Mograph Discord, we hang out a lot during the day. If you want to hang out, we're in the room all just hanging, talking or not talking, and just working silently. It just depends on the day. We also play Call of Duty every Tuesday night. Yeah. So, yeah.
Every Tuesday?
Just about every Tuesday.
That's nice.
Sometimes more. Yeah.
Yeah. The Discord is much more chill, than the Slack. The Slack is still pretty active.
Mostly just video. It's mostly just video.
It's just a place where, they hang out. I'm not on it anymore because I have a full-time job and I'm on another Discord, But I hang out in the Slack more now. I will say that. So, cool. Well, all right, let's get out of here. Until next time.
Oh, sorry. Wait.
Yes.
NexusMotion.com.
I was going to say, I wasn't sure whether you mentioned it.
I need work. Come on, bring it in.
Okay. Send Dave some work.
Yeah.
All right, let's get out of here. Until next time, I'm Matt.
I'm Dave.
Later, yo.
Pretty good, I guess.